Hey guys, it's Latoria Q and I'm back with another video. I am going to be dropping a video in regards to total life changes and my updates. I have been on it for a while, so I'll come back with another video for that. But today's video is for mothers, especially single mothers, who are raising children with the help of, obviously maybe your extended family, like your parents, your siblings, things like that, but not really having a support system within the home. Um, this is my own personal experience. I just wanted to maybe share and see if I can get some feedback or see if whatever. So, a little bit about me first. I am a trauma specialist and I work with kids. So, me even talking about this is hard, but I know it's a real life situation, especially for those who are professionals in the mental health field or professionals when dealing in social services. When you have trauma at your own home, how do you effectively deal with it without, completely being super subjective rather than being, objective and being able to look at it with your professional eyesight and be able to function within it maturely? Because at this point, I'm freaking out like crazy mom. So backstory: on Friday, my son got in trouble at school for making an inappropriate statement to two girls. You probably can imagine of all the things a boy can say to some girls, especially in the culture that we're in now, especially being a young black male, what happened. So the school calls me. It's at the end of the school day anyway, and I go and pick him up. And so today's Monday, he's going back to school, but I'm waiting on this phone call literally to be like, come pick up your kid, because at this particular point, I really am waiting on them to be like, he's going to be kicked out of school for a day or two. So I'm trying not to flip out on my son because I know that one, it's damaging to his spirit. I know it can be overwhelming because he's already having to deal with the school discipline and then deal with my own discipline because I'm crazy mom. I'm not gonna lie. When I leave the office or when I leave my job, sometimes I cuss. Sometimes I'm not the nicest. Sometimes I yell or get my frustrations out in a way that probably isn't the healthiest, right? So I'm trying to figure out, how do I balance what I know and how I function as a mom? Because right now I am overwhelmed. I am to my max capacity. I work with kids who have trauma, like severe trauma, uh, severe trauma, and then to turn around and have to deal with more trauma at home. It's almost like I don't catch breaks. And because I'm a mom and I'm a single mom, I don't have a support system within the home to tackle some of the things that really a father or a man should be talking to his child about. My son's dad, he got every other excuse in the world as to why he doesn't show up. He's got too many kids in the first place, which, trust me, I wasn't with him when he had a whole bunch of kids. But he doesn't show up like he should as a man. And as a woman, I'm not begging no man to be a man. Okay? That's one. But two, how do I help this young man cultivate these feelings and hormones and thoughts and things he has going on within him when my true perspective is as a woman and I'm taking the side of the girls, which I should, and I'm taking the side of the administration, which I should, because he should have consequences and he should have better knowledge and a better awareness of that's not how you talk, especially that's not how you represent us. So I struggle as a parent because truthfully, I have met my max level of patience. And I know that I probably have a little bit more, but I really, in my heart, feel like I have no more patience. And I don't want to feel this way at all because, it's not fair to him. But as a mom, it gets so freaking tiresome. I'm so tired of only being the only one who makes real sacrifices. I'm so tired of being the only one who really makes all these conscious decisions to take care of a whole nother human being. And then everything, when it's wrong, collapses on my lap. And I have no recourse. I have no resources, really. And I have my parents who have completely stepped in. They had to really come and get my son, because I was going to choke him out. And I don't say that lightly. I understand the capacity and the ramifications of what I'm saying. I wanted to hurt this little boy, and he's 11. I wanted to hurt him because I just was like, I don't know what else to do except for hurt you. I don't know what else to do except for like snap out. And in order for me to not snap out, you're gonna have to be removed from this environment. So for the weekend, he spent time at my parents. I took his phone, I took his Xbox, I took his TV. Matter of fact, I destroyed the TV. Like, I literally stomped the TV. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I stomped that TV like it was somebody who literally tried to attack me on the street. I stomped the dog shit out that TV, and it's broke. So there is no more video games at my house. There is no more phones. There is no more all this extra stuff. There is no more a whole bunch of money being spent on activities and going out with your friends, because I can't even trust you to go to school and act right and get your education. So I need you to show and prove first before I take you anywhere. It's kind of the concept or the discipline here. But it's not even about him. Like, it's about me as a mother. Like, I feel like I suck. And I just wonder, like, how many women or how many people just in general who are parents who are super tired from all life's things, all life's things, if I'm saying that right, all. You're super tired, but you still got to keep going. And it's like, how do you muster up enough energy for yourself, let alone your kids? How do you muster up enough patience for your own dealings so that you don't flip out on your kid? How do we do that? And I know you can do breathing technique. Like, I have hundreds of techniques, like, but I finally have met my match. Like, I'm at my wit's end, and I have gone through a lot of things in life. I have seen the ups and I've seen the downs. And when I say the downs, I have been at the bottom of the barrel of life, honey. I know what that looks like, and it feels like that. Like, I am at my wit's end, and I don't even know which direction to go. I even thought, I looked at boarding schools. Like, it got to this point yesterday. I was just like, maybe I need to find a military school or boarding school for this kid, because, like, if we continue on this path, he will be destructive, or he will be harmful to others, or he will be definitely not somebody who can stay in my household, okay? But that's super expensive. Obviously counseling and therapy. He has probably a lot of underlying issues that we're dealing with, especially related to his own parent, his other parent, his dad. Because his dad has no problem telling him, I'm dealing with other kids right now. Unfortunately, my son's sibling's mom, she committed suicide some years ago. So I know he deals with that and the custody issues around that between him and the grandparents and all these things. I know he deals with that. But he has like fucking 11 kids. Like, you gonna be dealing with kids, and my kid is one of them, and he ain't the last one. And right now he is one of the older kids compared to how many he really has. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you can't keep having all these kids and you're not showing up for the ones you got. Like, as a mom, like, I am trying not to hurt this man and cuss him out and be just spiteful and nasty. But how, as a mother, do you tell somebody who ain't showing up that you need help, but you need help? I don't know. It's a whack ass culture that we're living in now, because people really do check out on their kids, and I feel like, well, dang, like, I don't want to check out on them, but I have to check out somewhere. And it's like, at this particular point, I don't even know what to give up, because it's just like, I'm overwhelmed. I don't need the school calling me. I got enough kids at school that have potential. Like, I work with kids who are in foster care. At any given time, I can have, at one time, 5 kids who are called to me regarding anything medical, school, educational wise, court wise. Like, I have so much on my plate here, and I got to still give to my own child. And it's just like, it's so overwhelming. And somebody was like, well, you shouldn't have had kids before you was ready. Honey, let me tell you, there are some things that are going to happen in life that no matter how prepared you think you're for it, like I said, I'm a trauma specialist, so I understand. And let me back, I'm a trauma specialist for children. So I know how to work with kids. And working with your own is very different than working with kids outside of your home. So please don't tell me about you should have known what you was doing before you did it. Like, I consciously understood the decision I was making when I had a child. I knew all that. I knew the ramifications of having a child. However, I was not prepared for my own child to be the monster in my home. I was not prepared for that. And I'm not saying he's disrespectful to me, because he's not. My son definitely knows how to talk to me, but he doesn't know how to behave around girls. And that's my shortcoming and my downfall right now, because it's like, you wouldn't talk like that in front of me. You wouldn't do that in front of me. So, and you wouldn't do it in front of a teacher. So what made you think this was okay? And it's just like, I thought it was gonna be funny. And it was such a boy answer. I wanted to choke him. Like, I just thought it would be funny. Like, nothing about what you did was funny, dude. Matter of fact, had it been me as an adult saying it, I would have been going to jail. It had it been me on the receiving end as an adult, I would have been trying to put a brick to somebody's head. Like, it wasn't funny. And it's just like, how do you explain you're tired to your own kid? How do you explain, like, I don't have time for bullshit today, and this is that bullshit? And it's just like, maybe he needs attention, but this is the wrong way to get attention from me. Now, I get it. It's a way to get attention, positive or negative. I get it. It's a way to get attention, but it is the wrong way to get attention from me, because I am literally the type of person, like, if I don't like an environment, if I don't like a person, if I don't like a thing, like, granted, I understand when I work, it's different, but if I don't like something, it doesn't come in my house. Like, you cannot come through my doorways with some mess. You cannot hit my home and make it a house of, like, chaos. Like, my house is a home of peace. It is my sanctuary. It is where I go to relax my mind and de-stress and decompress. This is not somewhere I allow trickery and bullshit. And this boy brought this mess in my house because I don't even understand what he was thinking. And it just, as a parent, as myself, I'm overwhelmed and I'm tired, and I'm looking and I'm trying to muster up this energy to give him, and I'm not finding it. And I feel bad about that part. I feel more bad that I don't have the energy to muster up than the fact that he needs the energy to be mustered. Like, I just feel so wrong, because I'm like, I know he deserves more attention to this issue than this. And I just don't have the energy or the drive to keep giving to craziness. Because this is not the first incident. And let me say that this is not the first incident. This is the, like, fourth or fifth incident in a series of the same problem. Like, he was texting girls the other day, inappropriate stuff. He was all on Snapchat trying to tell, like, boy, you're 11. You, like, first of all, I gave you a kid phone where you shouldn't even be able to download this stuff. And he done found a way to get Snapchat on this phone, y'all. He done put Snapchat, he been texting. And it's just like, do I need to get him that super duper basic phone where all you got is 4 buttons? And that's the only people you can call? Your grandma, me, your dad, and, like, your auntie or something? Like, what in the world is going on with these kids today? And I was a kid. Trust me. I was a kid who was a little wild and out. So I understand my son was not going to be no perfect angel. My mother used to tell me growing up, your kid's going to be about 7 times worse than you because you just got a fire in you, girl. And I used to be like, whatever, mama. Whatever, mama. Whatever, mama. But I don't ever really remember going to school and not behaving in school. Like, that was the one place I knew if my mama heard anything between school and church. If my mama heard anything wrong, she was coming for that ass. She was coming. And so I might have acted up at the house, you know. Matter of fact, I know I acted up at the house. But as a parent, like, I'm so grateful my parents did not just be like, forget her. I'm so grateful for that. But for me, within me, like, because it was so hard for me to have a child, and it was so hard for me over time even to have as much patience as I do, even with my own child. Like, I really do just struggle as a mom, and it's just like I need that mommy break. For real. I need not only a vacation, but I need a mommy break. Um, and I think that's probably like the hardest part. Like, I have been single for so long, and just to have the only dynamics in my household is me and my son. And so it's just like I need that balance. I do. I really need that balance, and it's just super hard. So shouts out to all the parents, not just single moms, not just single dads, but just anybody who's a parent going through it with your kid. You're going through that awkward 11, 12, 13 phase. Um, and you're trying to figure out who is this person while they're trying to figure out who am I. And you're trying to find a balance between everybody's evolution of self. Everybody's gaining a new knowledge of self over time. And I'm learning me every day, just like he's learning himself and he's exploring himself. And I'm also trying to build up this new level of patience that I never knew I had to have. And I'm trying to build up this new level of maturity that is required as a parent of a young preteen child. And y'all just pray for me. Y'all better pray for him because, you know, I don't want to harm him. And it's not even talking about physically. I don't want to harm him spiritually, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. I don't want to break his spirit. But at the same time, like, I don't want to not be real with myself and try to make it seem like I'm super mom, and I'm not. I'm not. I don't want to make it seem like I am able to hold on to things that I'm not. And I think that's required a lot in parenting, like being honest with yourself, being honest with what you can and can't deal with, being honest about your sacrifices. Some sacrifices that I made, I'm super resentful for. And it's just like, I don't want that to be impressed upon him and make that become his problem. It's more about I need to redeem myself in this and invest in myself so that I can be a better parent, be a better mother. And so it's just like, what do you do? Drop a comment below. What do you do when, you know, you're at your wit's end with your kids? What techniques do you use? What bonding do you guys do? You know, how long do you take a break? You know, when I was a kid, my mom used to send me to my grandparents for the summer, and it was super fun because all my cousins and stuff were there, and we would hang out and play all summer long, and then we'd come back, and it was just like a nice break. It was a break for everybody. However, I lived in the same town as my parents. I worked mostly overnight, so he's with my parents quite often. He's with me all the time. He lives with me, but he's with my parents quite often. And so it's like, they need a break too. And so it's like, how do you balance out a life of a single parent and making sure you have a well-balanced, well-rounded child, especially when they're having behavioral issues. So I didn't want to make a long video, but it's about 20 minutes now. I thank you for watching. Definitely make a comment, like, hit the notification bell, because I will have more videos coming out. But just make sure you drop a comment below. Single moms, single dads, what do you do when your kid's acting up? And how do you take care of you? How do you, as a parent, self-help yourself to make sure you don't go crazy dealing with these kids? All right, y'all. Peace. Bye, babies.